Hey, what's going on, guys? Ninten Kid 91 here. I got a little bit of shotgun gameplay for you on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 here. I'm using the 205, I think people are pronouncing it the Brecci. I don't know. It's a 205 Brecci. It's the second shotgun, and it's a semi-automatic shotgun, and it's not that good. A lot of the shotguns in this game that are not single fire aren't that good, so I'm going to kind of go over some stuff regarding the class setup, if you want to use this shotgun, what maps would be ideal for it, and stuff like that, and how exactly you should play when using these shotguns. So, as you can see, we're on Skyjack Domination, and it's a 6 vs 6 domination. The reason why I'm using the shotguns is because I'm recently prestiged, and I'm currently on the Pharaoh SMG for the camos. But obviously, you have to get to level 32 or 38 or something to unlock that gun. So I decided, hey, I'll work on the shotguns in the meantime. I already got the first shotgun done. That was super easy. I love the first shotgun. It's probably my favorite so far. So I'm on the second one, which is this one. Now, if you guys are going to be using this shotgun, really the ideal setup or the ideal class setup and attachments that you want would be the following. And the only problem with the attachments is that the attachments I'm going to tell you to use are the ones that are pretty much the last few to unlock. So for a little bit you're going to suffer with this shotgun as you level it up and unlock your attachments. But the ideal setup that I found to work best for this gun is using the laser sight and then using long barrel and rapid fire. Now the reason why I use those three over anything else is, first of all, the laser sight is going to enhance your hip fire, and really with this shotgun you're going to want to hip fire it primarily. The long barrel is just going to increase the range because any semi-automatic or automatic shotgun always has a reduced range in Call of Duty. It's just the way that the game works. So you want long barrel so that you can get some shots from a little bit further away. And then last but not least, you want rapid fire because this gun does have a slow rate of fire. And even if you're right up front with an enemy, it's never a one-shot kill. So you want to be able to get 2 shots off as quick as possible. So that's why I'm using those attachments. Now, the perks for this setup, I'm actually, really I could say there's only one perk that you definitely need, and that's going to be your third perk is Gung Ho. You want to be able to fire while sprinting, and you want to be able to reload while sprinting, because when you're using a shotgun, you always want to be running around. You don't really want to ever be walking, so the key is to constantly be sprinting and be able to fire while sprinting. Because again, since it has such a short range, you got to get right up in the enemy's face. Now, in certain situations, you'll learn whether you should aim down the sight to get a little bit more of a tight pattern that'll be able to hit a guy from further away, or if you should just hip fire. There's going to be some situations where you'll see me just hip fire the weapon like I just did, and then there'll be some situations where I aim down the sight. Generally, when I'm chasing somebody down and I'm shooting at their back, I'll aim down the sight. When they're in front of me, I'll just hip fire at them. Unless they're kind of far away and they're looking at me, I'll try aiming down the sight there. But as you use the weapon, you start to learn what you should do based on how long of an engagement you have in front of you. Now, I would suggest while leveling this weapon up, something that would be helpful is get the laser sight, since that's probably the third thing you unlock, and then from there maybe do extended mags or fast mags, something like that. But in all honesty, a perk like, an attachment like quick draw isn't going to be very helpful with this weapon because you really don't need to be aiming down the sight. So you don't need to get that ADS very quick. It's much more useful if you hip fire the weapon, to be honest with you. I found that these guns just work way better hip firing. So you want to set it up with attachments that'll benefit you while hip firing. Now, what I'm actually using, because I never kind of went into the rest of the class that I'm specifically using, I do have Gung Ho as the third perk. I have Fast Hands as my second perk, as well as Scavenger as my second perk. And then my first perk, I want to say I have Ghost. That can be somewhat helpful, because when you use a shotgun like this, you need to make sure you're in close quarters engagement. So you kind of want to hang out in buildings, because you don't want long lines of sight when using this gun. So on Skyjack, sorry, this is a perfect map for these types of shotguns, because what you can do is you can get into their spawn building and kind of just keep looping in and out of it, go upstairs, run downstairs, jump out the upstairs window, shoot some people, run back into the middle of their building, and you can just keep messing around with people in there. Or like right here, this is a close quarters building that's good for, and you can run through and clear B. So you want to make sure all your engagements are happening kind of in close quarters and closed quarters. So I really wouldn't recommend using the shotgun on any other map unless you want to literally just stay in a building, which is very boring because there's less chance of people running through that building on a larger map than there is on, say, like this map where it's more confined. So you kind of want to play with the shotgun based on the maps you get to. That's one of the things I can really suggest with it. Now, right now in this game, I am just really trying to get to their spawn and just run through it. We're triple capping them right now, so this game's pretty much going to end. But really, that's the best way to use a shotgun when it's this type of semi-automatic. I do run a pistol as a secondary, just in case I get into those extra long engagements. Like in that situation right there, I was way better off using a pistol. Plus you get to the point where you'll start to see your shotgun shells aren't even getting you hit markers, or your shots aren't getting you hit markers, and that's when it's good to use fast hands and switch to your secondary and be able to pop them with that. So right here I can see we got a lot of guys on the UAV. I'm debating on running in after that guy, but I choose not to. Get a quick reload in. But see kind of how I'm just moving throughout this building. I was seeing if anybody was going to run through this doorway, which somebody did. Well, actually, he used Psychosis. There he goes right there with the sword. So I was, I'm just kind of making sure that I can get into an engagement on my terms that will benefit me with the shotgun. I see everybody running up that left side, so I see this guy real quick. I figure I'll pick him off. And then if anybody was still trailing over there, but that Hellstorm that somebody on my team called in wiped out pretty much every guy that was on the side there. I saved my ass with the Hellstorm right there too. And then decide to see if I can go in on him here. Now, I get that guy, I get this dude, and then I believe, yeah, this is where I'm going to end up dying here. I fall back to get some cover and a reload in, and then I go in to try to get guys again. And this guy with the sword there. Now, I had the kinetic armor on, and then he hit me with the sword, because I guess when you use the sword, it's pretty much like an automatic swipe at your head. Although, I feel like if you... I wish there was something that could counter that a little bit. I thought kinetic armor would potentially counter it, because I'm sure if you punch somebody with kinetic armor, it's not going to one-hit kill them. Even though punching in general doesn't one-hit kill you. I thought maybe the kinetic armor would help me out a bit more with melee-styled weapons, but I guess not. So, we take C here just for some extra points. I figure why not get my points so I can rank up a little bit faster and get to that higher prestige so I can finally get my... Pharaoh back in action, because I do get kind of sick of using these shotguns. So that's pretty much the end of this gameplay here. The final score, if the stupid scoreboard would pop up here, is basically I end up going 43-6. And then the guy in front of me went 42-9. He had a lot more captures and defense. But again, my purpose on this map was to kind of hang out in their building and just make sure they don't get past it. If I can kill 3 guys and only 3 make it past it towards B, hopefully my team can clean them up. So that was kind of my objective. Didn't really jump on too many flags because with a shotgun it's kind of hard to, because you'll end up getting picked off too easily. So you just change your play style based on what weapon you're using and play accordingly to the map, and it's not too difficult to use the shotguns, but definitely getting the headshots with this gun sucks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary. If you did, let me know by leaving a like rating. I'll have a few more for you coming up here. Maybe get a live commentary thrown into the loop as well as my Let's Plays. So thanks again for the support, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.